The Independent Electoral Commission launched its National Results Operations Centre in Tshwane this afternoon. The ROC is the hub for election monitoring and results. Silindelo Masikane is at the centre for us. She joins us now live. So, Sili, of course, lots of work going into this results centre. But this year, things are going to be a bit different with the pandemic. How's it looking?
Certainly so, and what we know, of course, with the National Results Operations Centre is that this will be the nerve centre. This is where political parties, media houses will gather to monitor the results. So I'd like to officially welcome you, Tshwane and Sally, and our viewers to the National Results Operations Centre. I have my accreditation, so this officially means that we're about to have a lot of sleepless nights ahead of the 1st of November. But firstly, of course, we are counting down to the special votes that are going to take place over this weekend. Now, let me take you on a tour, Tshwane, of the Results Operations Centre. As you can see on my left, where we are right now with Joe Matala, this is where political parties will be seated. We have about 14 political parties represented on the National Assembly, from Action SA to the Freedom Front Plus, UDM, PAC, NFP, you name it, all of those contesting these municipal elections, their representatives will be seated here. And as you can see, to adhere to COVID-19 protocols, there's social distancing. People will be required to wear their masks continuously inside the ROC, as well as sanitation stations that have been placed at various points. There's also a limit of the number of people that will be inside the ROC at a particular time. That number is 700. Now, to my right, that is the cross. They've called it the cross, and this is where data capturers will be seated. This is where the information coming in from the various municipalities will come to before it makes it to those big screens that you see in front of me right there. Very popular. The last time we were here, Tshwane, was back in the national general election, and so those screens will be the ones where we see the results coming in from the municipalities. And then at the top we have broadcasters, radio stations that will be seated there, and then we have our television broadcasters as well as print media right at the back. And so this is where, in fact, a lot of the activity will be taking place in these municipal elections.
Yeah, definitely. So from next Monday night up until Wednesday, that board will be monitored very closely. What's the Commission saying, though, ahead of the election about the voters' roll?
Well, certainly we know that Gauteng has recorded the highest number in terms of registered voters, but also stressing the fact that those who are intending to vote must ensure that they are in those particular districts, asking people not to really move around and ensure that come the 1st of November, they will be able to vote in their districts and their wards. Let's take a listen.
There are 26.2 million South African citizens who are registered to participate in these elections. The province of Gauteng has the greatest number of registered voters at 23.6%, followed by the province of KwaZulu-Natal at 20.79%. And in the third position comes the province of the Eastern Cape at 12.4%. The biggest age band of the voters' roll is 30 to 39-year-olds at 25%, followed by 40 to 49-year-olds at 21%. And in the third place comes ages 20 to 29 at 16.73%. Based on the estimated voting age population of 38.5 million, the voters' roll coverage stands at 67.9%.
And Sli, these elections will see the use of new technology. Tell us more about that.
Certainly, these are the first elections as well where we saw voters being able to register online. But not only that, you'd remember those zip machines that are used at the voting stations. Those are now going to be replaced with voter management devices that intend to improve the controls as well as the efficiencies of the IEC's processes in terms of capturing data. Let's take a listen.
We have acquired voter management devices, which are generally referred to as VMDs. VMDs will be used to record the opening and closing of stations, monitor the ballot paper usage, as well as capture addresses of those 1.2 million residual voters for whom we still do not have an address. We are excited about the use of this technology as it promises to strengthen controls in the voting process whilst improving efficiencies at all levels of the electoral process.
All right, we're going to leave it right there. Our reporter Silindelo Masikane following that story for us. And Slee, you better take your pillow there next week. It's going to be a long one.